Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We'll be here. Today I want to give you a tour of my work and productivity setup. This is the space I use every single day for my job as a colorist, but also for content creation, photo editing, and even wedding photography on the side. This is where all the magic happens, so to say. And over the last few months, I've redesigned the setup quite a bit, and now I'm finally happy with it. I don't know for how long though, so we'll see about that. It's designed not only for work but also for leisure and creativity. And if you're interested in any of the products I mentioned, I'll have them linked down below. And with that said, let's jump into the video. Let's start with the biggest parts of the setup: my desk, the chair, and the drawer. The desk is a combination of motorized legs from Fully and a custom made tabletop in gray. It's a heavy, high quality tabletop measuring 2 by 1 meters, giving me plenty of space for multiple monitors, my Mac, audio gear, and everything else I need. The chair is from a German brand called Haida. This is a model that is called BioSwing. It's expensive, but I think investing in a good chair is worth it for your back health. And for my international viewers, I'd recommend the Herman Miller Embody chairs, comfortable, stylish, and globally available. For storage, I have the IKEA Alex drawer, a YouTube classic, so to say. I've had it for over 10 years, and while it's seen better days, it still does the job. It holds hard drives, tax documents, office accessories, you name it. Cable management is crucial. I use a cable basket that came with my Foley desk legs mounted underneath the tabletop. It holds two power strips and keeps things tidy. I also use mesh cable tubes from Amazon to group cables together, especially so they stay neat when I adjust the desk height. It's not perfect, but I know exactly what's going on back there, and most importantly, no cables get pulled out when moving the desk up or down. The centerpiece of my setup is the Mac Studio M2 Ultra. It's a powerhouse with 128 gigs of RAM and a 2 TB SSD, and it handles everything effortlessly: grading, editing, photo work. It's compact, quiet, and efficient, unlike the loud hot PC I tried before and sent back again. That one had a 5090 inside, but I just couldn't handle all the noise it made. Since Apple storage upgrades are expensive, I expanded the Mac Studio with a 4 TB Western Digital SSD and an Acasis enclosure, giving me a total of 6 TB plus several other SanDisk SSDs for a total of about 10 TB of storage. For connectivity, I use the CalDigit TS4 Thunderbolt hub, which gives me extra ports: USB-C, Thunderbolt, USB 3.0, and an extra SD card slot. I also have a MacBook Air M3 for mobile work, which handles 4K editing and grading surprisingly well. I sync it with my Mac Studio using DaVinci Cloud so I can edit anywhere. And on the side, I keep an older PC with a 2070 Super, 32 gigs of RAM, and an Intel i7 8700K, mostly for gaming, but it still handles 1080p and 1440p surprisingly well in most of the newer games. Let's talk about the monitors. On the left is a BenQ SW270C, a 27-inch 60Hz monitor designed for photo editing with full sRGB coverage. I've had it for over 5 years now, and I still use it for my DaVinci user interface and photo work. On the right is the LG 32GS95UE OLED, a 32-inch monitor with up to 240 Hz or 480 Hz in 1080p, so it's perfect for gaming. It's color accurate and supports HDR. I also connect my consoles to it with an HDMI splitter, and both monitors are mounted on Ergotron heavy-duty arms from Amazon. In the middle is my Sony PVM A250 reference monitor, a professional OLED panel for grading. It's 1080p, extremely color accurate, and has been part of my setup for over 10 years now. Now to my peripherals. On the desk I have the Logitech MX Keys keyboard, wireless with backlight and multi-device connectivity. My work mouse is the Logitech MX Master 3S, which is heavy, ergonomic, and high quality. I also have a Titan Wolf XXL mousepad covering most of my desk, and for gaming I use the Logitech G Pro X Superlight, lightweight with a great battery life. The big piece of my grading workflow is the DaVinci Resolve mini panel. It's expensive but worth it for serious color grading, giving me dials, buttons, and wheels for much faster work. There's also a larger advanced panel and a micro panel for different budgets and needs. I'm a big fan of Elgato products. I use the Stream Deck XL for controlling Discord, OBS, Spotify, my prompter, and key lights. It also supports shortcuts for many apps like Photoshop and Lightroom. And the Elgato prompter changed how I make videos. It lets me keep eye contact with you while reading bullet points. The Elgato key lights are essential for my talking head videos as well, and I control brightness and temperature with the Stream Deck. Finally, the Elgato Camlink 4K connects my camera to my Mac Studio for a clean feed directly into OBS. My headset is the Beyerdynamic DT797PV studio grade headphones with a built-in mic, great for calls. I keep it on a Kiwi Photos headset holder. For wireless, I use AirPods Pro 2, great for switching between devices and noise cancellation, and the headset plugs into a Focusrite Scarlett Solo interface. For mics, I use the DJI Mic Minis for most of my content and the Shure SM7B for specific needs. My speakers are Edifier R1280DB studio monitors on HS30L stands. Jesus, all these namings for the products, it's crazy. But they're great for casual listening or when I want to work without headphones. My talking head camera is the Sony FX3 with a 2470 G Master 2 lens, which I also use for filming weddings on the side. That said, you don't need a camera on this level to make great content. Many creators shoot incredible videos with just an iPhone. And as a matter of fact, I only used an iPhone 17 Pro to shoot this whole video except for the talking head parts in the beginning and the end of this video. And last but not least, my lighting setup. The Elgato key lights that I already mentioned are a core part of it. I also use a 9-inch soft light mounted on my prompter for even face lighting, and this Luke Roberts Luvo smart lamp, which has RGB functionality and adjustable warmth and coolness, letting me set different scenes. In the back, I have a GoV RGB standing lamp, usually set to warm colors for a classy look. And finally, I almost forgot it, there's an IKEA fake bamboo plant. Low maintenance, of course, as it's fake, and adds a nice touch to my office. And that's my full desk setup, designed for color grading, content creation, photography, and of course, gaming. If you want any of the products I mentioned, I'll link them in the description. If you have questions about the gear or the setup itself, drop them in the comments. And if you want to see my TV setup or the rest of the room, just tell me. I might do a separate video on that if the interest is big enough. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!